There is a brand new animated Netflix original film that is hitting the platform this weekend, and I'm really excited to talk about this one in particular because I think it's going to be one of the best animated films of the year. So if you're just as excited as I am, let's get to it. Welcome back, film fans. It is Brad from Let's Be Real Brad, and today on the channel, I want to talk to you guys about the brand new computer animated adventure film called The Sea Beast. The film is about a legendary sea monster hunter who has an epiphany when a stowaway girl befriends the most dangerous monster of them all. So going into this film, I had no expectations for it because I didn't know anything about it, as I just heard there was going to be a new animated film that was hitting Netflix and there was a lot of buzz behind it, and I wish I knew what the buzz was about, but in all honesty, I think it's just the fact that the writer and director Chris Williams has made a ton of great animated films like Moana, Big Hero 6, and Bolt. What I think this movie was able to accomplish so well was the fact that this movie isn't just a typical kids movie, and I found this movie to be so enjoyable and entertaining, especially because Chris Williams clearly put a lot of heart and passion to this film, as well as everybody else. So let's just dive right into the positives first, and I gotta start with the action sequences because all the action just looks terrific in this film, as you feel like all the shot selections were very reminiscent of a live action movie, as it just looks so slick and cool. All the action was very intense and entertaining, and I just felt like there were a lot of stakes and consequences along with it, which made me much more invested in it. And it was also very reminiscent of Pirates of the Caribbean films, so if you really enjoy those films, I think you're gonna like this one. I also really enjoyed the animation here, as all the character designs are very well done, and I also really love the character designs of the monsters, as they're very unique and different. These are very delicate and interesting and have a ton of detail to them that makes them stand out, and I definitely feel like Chris Williams had a lot of inspiration from very classic 80s and 90s animated type films because it showed. I also found the voice acting to be really strong here, as Karl Urban is the main lead in the role, and I was a little put off by him at first because he reminds me so much of Butcher from The Boys, because, you know, he's one of my favorite television characters right now. But once I got past that, I thought his voice performance was excellent, as he normally does in any movie he is in. All the other voice actors were really strong as well, and I feel like they put a lot of effort into making each character feel so unique and different, and it made this movie just feel more enjoyable. The screenplay of this film is simply excellent, as I really enjoyed all the dialogue between the characters, as there's just so much heart to it. You do get a great sense of what each character represents and what they stand for, and they're not just these shallow one-note characters that we often see in these type of films. They have a lot of depth to them, and there's so much backstory that we learn about each character and how our pain just evolves over time into what we are today. And the last positive I have with this film has got to be the score, as it was very reminiscent of Hans Zimmer's score for Pirates of the Caribbean, but not in a bad way in the slightest, as this movie just had that energy and that adventurous vibe that you would want going into this film, and it felt so epic and grand. Unfortunately, this film does have a few negatives here, and the first one, which I think is going to be one that a lot of people are going to have, and it's just the fact that it is very predictable. This is a story that you have seen 100 times before, and while it does feel fresh for how it's presented and its characters, I do feel like the way the story goes is exactly the way you think it's gonna go, and there really isn't a lot of twists and turns that you didn't see coming. And one of the last negatives I have with this movie is the fact that there are some jokes in here, or just elements of the film, that didn't really work for me, as it was definitely targeted more for the child audience, and you know, that's completely understandable. This is a family movie. Overall, guys, The Sea Beast was a very entertaining action adventure film that gives you all the great stuff you would want for a summer type of movie, and I really want you guys to go out and support this film if you can, because I would love a sequel if they can somehow do one. So I'm giving The Sea Beast a 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for checking out this review, as I want to know below in the comments section, what are some of your favorite animated films you have seen this year so far? I can't wait to hear about those. Before you guys check out this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you want to, and ring that notification bell so I can see you all in the following video.